there, welcome to the Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Dubston and you are here with me for our monthly Ching forecast for February 2025. Is it the month of love? Let us see. Thank you for being here with me, and of course we always look back into the previous month, what the Ching brought us to focus on, to get to grips with how did we work with the flows of change taking place for us. Last month we had that tricky start, January, that first part or first 2/3 of January being Hexagram 38, opposition, the difficulty on getting opposite ideas to mix, to coalesce, to find new ways of binding opposites together. And perhaps you found it a bit of a struggle, things not connecting, things feeling like oil and water that we spoke about. The ongoing theme we've had for a couple of months working with Hexagram 38. Then we had that Hexagram 26, taming power of the great, that Kung Fu master, getting us to manage our chi, to focus, focus, focus. So working with those themes last month, we were challenged to find new ways of getting opposites to work together. We were challenged to focus, to put down everything that's not essential and use the power of focus to channel our energies in a particular direction. So how did it work out for you in January and last month? I found there were a couple of areas where I realized I was doing things in parallel. So a whole lot of things, doing things in parallel and them taking a very long time to complete. And it struck me that maybe what I need to do is do one, finish one, do the next one. And then when I reflected on it, I thought, wow, that's really Hexagram 26 speaking. This idea of focusing your energy, harnessing your energy into one thing, finishing that one thing, and then taking the next thing. So I could see that so clearly come through. And it's really amazing when you see it mirrored back and you see the learning that comes back on what we can do differently in working with the I Ching. Right, so if there was anything that came up for you, you know what to do. Share a comment. The community gets stronger by us learning from what you're working through, how you're working through the I Ching hexagrams. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Okay, February. Let's see what the I Ching has in store for us. A very different energy. Quite a male energy, working with taming power of the great, wrestling the fire hose, wrestling our chi. Our first hexagram for the month, yes, because we have two, we have changing lines. Our first hexagram is Hexagram 37, the family. Okay. Wind over fire. Fire being the hearth in the home. The wind being the gentle supporting nourishment of the family members, moving around the hearth, moving around the family, coming together, working together. February's real focus is going to be on family matters. Not necessarily family problems. But remember what we ask the I Ching every month and every week. We ask, what should we focus on? Okay, it's a focus question. So in February, our focus is being drawn back into the home. When we get this hexagram, it's calling us in a way of not going out on the wild adventures that you might with hexagram 56, the wanderer. This is the one where we come home. We come back to the hearth. We come back to the kitchen. We come back to sitting around the table and sharing a meal. We come back to the heart of your life. Okay, the heart of your life. This does not necessarily mean blood family, because a lot of people do not have the heart of their life sitting in their families. They're perhaps in work families or in friendship families, okay? And so when we talk about what is the hearth, the center of your life, the home base, the place that you go back to in yourself, even if it's a state of mind, you've got to think more abstractly than just a literal family idea. The heart of the home, the center of your life, okay, where everything makes sense, where you can have a brilliant good night's sleep because you know you're in a safe space, where there's a meal shared and there's friendship and there's history and there's culture that's binding us all together. These are the ideas of family. What is the tribe that we belong with? Who do we belong with? This can be a work tribe, can be a home tribe, it can be your core family. But where is that place that you go back to? And maybe you find that in February, going back home, spending time with your family, spending time in the home, in the hearth, leading the home as the center of your family might be where your focus needs to be. Okay. It's a beautiful hexagram, okay? No matter what your relationship is with your actual family, this is a story about homecoming, coming back to a place where you feel safe. And our job in this February is to go back there, is to spend time there, is to invest there, is to deal with the issues that are sitting at the heart of our lives, okay? Take care of the home base. In your business, this might be take care of the home base. If you've got lots of offices, maybe you spread out across an area, a geographic area, for example, perhaps going back and working out what is happening in home, headquarters, okay, the center of this family. What is needing to be paid attention to there, all right? To rebuild and draw everyone back in and glue everyone back into a single vision to what it means to be part of this clan. Okay, there is work for us to do in February of reconnecting and reworking through what it means to be in your family, the heart of your life. And perhaps that means that you are the heart of your family. And we always think about how do we develop, how do we grow personally through these hexagrams? What are we being asked to do? Is there a leadership role in the family that we need to step into to bring everyone together, to support everyone, to create that sticky glue that holds everyone together? How does that work? Now, think of this hexagram as symbolized in a gift I got for Christmas from my family, which is a beautiful cast iron Japanese teapot. And for me, this picture, the symbol of sitting together having tea, even though I'm the only one that drinks tea, but the idea of families and rituals around tea, of everyone sitting together and enjoying a cup of tea and spending time together in the ritual of tea. It's an image for me that sits in my mind, and I want you to share that because perhaps it's something that you can use in February 2025. I'll be drinking lots of cups of tea out of my new teapot. Okay, one changing line in a very lovely position, in the 5th position, all right? And this is all about the kind and gracious king who sits at the center of his kingdom, the center of his people. So this is an elevation of what it means to be family, all right? The elevation of what it means to be the center of a family, to have a leadership position as a king, and to be benevolent and kind and welcoming and bringing people together. We need, within our lives, within our worlds, to celebrate where we see the king holding his or her people together in a glue at the center of the hearth, binding everyone together and creating that space where everyone is safe, everyone is there around the table having a beautiful night's sleep because they feel safe and welcome. And so part of our focus in this month is being the king, okay? Being that energy of power that's not male active, vibrant power, okay? Not gang power, but yin, okay? Holding the family together, the benevolent king who sits in the center of the community and does what he or she needs to do to support everyone to be together. This is something that we can embody, we can work with, and we can bring into our personal lives, into our businesses and teams. Embodying the energy of the benevolent king. That is the task for February. And that leads to an outcome hexagram. All right, one changing line. We have a second hexagram, which sits in parallel to this flow of change, okay? And it is hexagram 22, grace, okay? So we have a king who brings grace, right? Lovely energy. So when you think about that king, He or she might be adorned with jewels and gems, but there's this beautiful grace, okay, this beauty that comes into the family. Okay, so when we look at grace, right, we see the image, okay, mountain trigram at the top of the hexagram, and we have fire at the bottom. The light is rising up over the mountain, rising up over the mountain, okay, and shining its light on the mountain that was in darkness and showing how beautiful the mountain is. This hexagram is a beautiful hexagram, quite hard to get our heads around, but what it does is it talks about making things beautiful, embellishing, emboldening, creating a wonderful picture of how something can be beautiful, and that beauty can shine out the powerful form within. We can't get caught up with this hexagram in thinking what's inside is more important than the outside. What this hexagram brings us is, in order for what's on the inside, true value, to shine, we need to put great, beautiful wrappings around it. Jewelry and makeup and beautiful clothes. We're going to wrap up our things and show the true value of what we're making, what we're doing, our lives, by making the packaging very appealing. From a business point of view, this is often for me about branding and marketing and how things look, okay? Re-looking in how we can present what we're doing in a beautiful way, because this is what we're being asked to focus on, okay? Embellishing what we have, making it beautiful, okay? Shining a light upon it so we can see it for its true value. Also, bringing things into the light, letting ourselves be seen, okay? Not hiding in the shadows, but letting ourselves be seen, letting the light shine on what we're trying to do, and letting it come out into the light so it can be appreciated and valued. Okay. When we put these two hexagrams together, we see that we have this family, okay, being in the home, and we have making things beautiful. All right. So if you ever wanted a month where the I Ching said, spend time making your home beautiful, this would be the time. Okay, so it's that kind of idea of bringing embellishment, all right, and beauty to the family that we are working with, whatever that family is. Perhaps there's also a time for a makeover, a time to rethink how you are presenting yourself to the world. It's a good opportunity to rethink about my clothing, my walk, my whatever. Okay, how am I presenting myself to the world? Am I confident? Do I exude the kind of message that I want to put out there? And does that give my true value a chance to shine in its highest light? And if not, don't get caught up in the head trip that my value is only what's under the skin. Okay, what we're doing is we're getting into a new way of thinking with this hexagram, that we make the outside attractive, so we let the inside shine more clearly. I find this hexagram very confronting. Okay, but let's make our world beautiful. Let us adorn what we're doing. Let's shine light on the beautiful things that we're making, okay, that we are bringing into the world. Let's shine the light on them, and let's find ways of being in the family, being that benevolent king, leading others, creating a safe space for our community to feel safe, to feel together and united. And let's hold that vision of the family, of the king, and of beauty as a symbol for February to anchor our minds on what is really important and how we can stay focused on the bigger picture, on what's really important, the principle all around us. Thank you so much. If you liked and enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, right, the bell to get the notification. And of course, if you're on the podcast, hit the follow to get new episodes into your podcast app. In the meantime, let us keep our eyes tuned, because very shortly we have our first weekly episode for Feb. Come and join me with that. And I look forward to getting going into February with you while we stay calm, we stay focused, we stay true to principle, and we hold true to what we are here to do. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you soon.